A very good afternoon to all the CA students over here. I am CA SHIRISH VYAS. I qualified as a CA in November 1997 with All India rank 42. Thank you. Since then I am in teaching profession. I have been teaching since 1998. I have dedicated in fact my whole life to CA students. So I request each and every one over here to listen to everything which I am saying very carefully, because trust me, whatever I am going to say today, it is all tried, tested and trusted. I promise. Listen to everything carefully. It is all inculcated over the period of time. More than 27 years of experience, I have done the same thing. Okay. Now see here. What is the first thing, what I learned in my CA journey? You need to be proactive. Generally, a student has a tendency of being reactive. When exams are over the head, that time you start preparing, that is the biggest mistake. And this is the first thing I learned myself in my CA journey. Because like a normal student, even I had the reactive approach. Whenever exams are near, I used to start preparing. But because of this mistake, I badly failed in my first CA inter attempt. I got rank in CA final, but in my CA inter attempt, I badly failed. At that time, I realized my mistake. My mistake was being reactive. That time I realized that you cannot depend upon the last moment. You have to start early. It is not a joke. You are giving an exam called CA, Chartered Accountancy. It is not simple. And if it is tough, it deserves to be tough, because only if it is tough, we will be respected and we will have the value. So I decided that now it is better that I change myself and not be reactive and be proactive. And then in my second attempt, the challenge was what I had my CA inter exam along with my final year BCom. My final year BCom exam got over on 28th April 1996. And as you know, CA exams are on 2nd of May. But luckily in my time it got postponed to 9th of May. And that time the challenge was what giving BCom exams and preparing for CA inter. Already I had failed in the first attempt. Then I thought now what to do, whether to go for one group or both groups. So I was so determined, I want to go for both groups. I don't want to linger my CA journey. Already first attempt I could not clear. In my second attempt, the challenge was whether I should go for a single group or both group. But somewhere in my heart, I felt I don't want to give one group, then wait for another group in the next attempt. I don't want to drag my attempts. So I decided to go for both groups. And it was not that simple. I tried to do some smart work. Law, I studied only few topics and few topics were left in option. Audit I did from past papers. I managed some way or the other in a smarter way, but I slogged so much hard that along with my BCom, I managed to pass my CA inter both groups. And what was my score? Next statement deserves a clap, not this one. What was my score? 151, 149. Group 1, 151, Group 2, 149. And out of the 6 papers, one of the paper was having 40. That was law, dot 40, because I was not fully prepared. See, accounts and all that, it was there. Some common topics were there in BCom studies also. But law was not that common with BCom. So, dot 40 and 151, 149. When I share this incident with my students, what do they tell me? Sir, it was your luck. But luck will also work only if there is hard work. Luck is not magic. See, people keep saying, you are lucky, you are lucky, you are lucky. See, no magic happens. There is no substitute to hard work. See, luck will definitely work, but only if there is intense hard work. There is no substitute to the hard work. And I literally struggled a lot. Definitely, I had to leave some things in option because it was not possible that immediately back to back after my BCom exam, I just appear for my CA inter. It's not that simple. I had to leave certain things. But trust me, I studied hard. You know, nowadays what people say, go for smart work, go for smart work. See, smart work is required, but not at the cost of hard work. Smart work doesn't mean that you have to study less. The moment I say study more, people tell me, but sir, nowadays people do smart work. See, smart work means what, prioritizing what is important, what is less important. You have to sequence it in such a way, but you have to do intense hard work. Smart work should be added with your intense hard work, okay? So, smart work doesn't mean that you have to work less. You have to work with your intelligence. Means along with your heart, when you are studying a lot, you have to use your brain also, that what is important, what is not important. You have to sequence properly, okay? So, obviously in my second attempt of CA Inter, what did I learn? That you should always go for both groups. Many students, what they do, they think, no, I will give one group only. Because if I give only one group, I can prepare nicely. This is a false notion. This is a myth. What is the distinction between giving one group and both groups? What is the first distinction? People say, if I prepare for one group, I will be able to prepare nicely. I will prepare more. My preparation will be better. And if I go for both groups, my preparation will be weak. I will be able to prepare less. Okay. So this is a distinction which every CA student has there in their mind. But that is wrong. This is you are fooling yourself. Whether you go for one group or you go for both groups, your preparation will remain the same. Because the amount of studies is directly proportionate to the amount of pressure. If you have the pressure of appearing only one group, proportionately your studies, intensity, seriousness will go down. And if you have the stress of going for both the groups, definitely you will be little bit stressed, but you will be more disciplined and you will study more. So indirectly speaking, there is no difference whether you appear for single group or both group, your preparation remains the same. Yes, difference is there at the time when you take the decision. See, today when you have to decide whether I should go for one group or both groups, so at the time when you are deciding, that time you will feel, no, I swear, if I go for one group, I'll put my heart and soul, I'll give my best. That mentality, that state of mind, it is only at the time of deciding. Over the period of time, gradually, your laziness, your complacency will creep inside. And down the line, what will happen? Whether you're appearing for 6 papers or you're appearing for 3 papers, your preparation remains the same. Trust my experience. I have seen many students, even if they are left with 2 papers, they are equally scared when the exams are near. 2 papers means the student has cleared one group, and I am talking about some old case when there were 8 papers in CA final. So one of my students, I remember, he was left with only 2 papers and still he was anxious and scared. What will happen? What will happen? Because he was having 2 papers, his seriousness was comparatively less. So see, don't get carried away by this thing that giving one group will give me more time and giving both groups will give me less time. I will not be prepared. I am scared of looking others' failures. See, that is wrong. Trust me, don't get trapped. See, at the same time, understand sometimes the circumstance is such that you have to land up giving one group. But when should you take the decision of one group only? When exams are just 2 months away. When exams are just 2 months away, that time if you feel that your preparation is very weak, that time you can convert your decision from both groups to one group. But that is when the exams are just 2 months near. Just 2 months away rather. Okay. But nowadays the fashion is what? Even if the exams are 8 months from now, they decide in advance, I will give one group only. But that's wrong. Because you cannot wait for perfect situation. You have to make the situation perfect. People nowadays wait for perfect situation, that if I get a perfect situation, ample time, everything on my side, I will be able to prepare nicely. See, that is wrong. Perfect situation is a myth. because when that situation comes up, some other problem will come in your life. So don't get carried away by this thing that I will prepare nicely, I want rank. See, many students tell me, sir, this attempt I am planning to skip because I want rank in my CA exam. In my CA final, I want all India rank. So see, aspiring for a rank is the best thing, but not at the cost of skipping the attempt. See, if you want to get rank, you study now only. Just by postponing the attempt, you are actually fooling yourself. I have seen many students making this mistake. The exams are just 4-5 months away and they are thinking, sir, I want rank, so let me skip this attempt, I will give in the next attempt. So these people, what they do, they are waiting for the perfect situation. They are fooling themselves. So that's why I truly believe in this. Don't wait for perfect situation. Make this situation perfect. Okay? And see, I was talking about rank right now. Every student should aim for a rank. See, when I talk about rank, most of the students think it's not our cup of tea. Even if I pass, that's a big thing. People don't clear only for 5, 6 attempts. Who will think of rank? See, this is bad. Please, trust me, this period of your life is most important. It is most important period of your life. After 10 years, when you look back, you will realize this period is most important. Even I feel the same. When I look back at my life, I remember from 94 to 97, that was the most important period of my life. And I thank God that I didn't get diverted here and there. I was focused. So this is so important period. Please think of getting rank. See, if you don't get rank, worst case what will happen? You will pass. Okay, you will pass. Or if not, then at least one group. See, there is no harm in thinking of rank. See, only if you think of rank, you will be able to pass. But if you have the mediocre mentality, no, I just want to pass somehow because people don't pass only, that's bad. So see, dreaming for rank is my golden advice. Trust me, I have taken so many batches of teaching subjects since 27 years. I remember many instances students have come to me after the results. What they were saying? Sir, when you were motivating for the rank in the class, we felt sir is talking something from high level only. It is not a big thing. We just actually ignored. But now after getting the rank, sir, I feel if I can get rank, everyone can get rank. That was the feedback I have got multiple times, trust me. So see, at the time when you're preparing, you will never feel that you will get rank. Majority people, see, there are some blessed people, gifted people, they know they will get rank and they get rank also. But majority people, while they are preparing, they rarely know that they will get rank, but many of them get rank. I was one of those. In fact, in my CA final, I was not even knowing the concept of rank. Trust me, when the results were out, I stay in Mumbai, I went to the institute's campus, I just saw the board, I saw both groups against my name, I was excited, more than excited. And that time, ranks were not immediately announced. After 5-10 days, one of my friend called me, he told me that you got all India rank. So I asked him, what is the all India rank? He explained me, there is a list of 50 toppers. In that list, your name was there. It was in 42. So still I was not excited. But then, once I started getting letters from various companies, the first letter I got from Citibank, I still remember the first sentence of that letter. You know what the letter said? Let me at the outset congratulate you for your outstanding performance in All India exam. That sentence is still in my heart. Getting the rank, it's an achievement for lifetime. Today if you crave to buy a Mercedes or you crave to go for a foreign tour, that craving, once it is satisfied, you will lose the value. See, imagine if I want a Mercedes, I want a BMW, I want a good car, Ferrari, etc. Until I don't have it, I'll be desperate. But once I have it, I will forget the importance of that. But trust me, the feeling of rank, it never dies. It's perpetual. Till today, I have that feeling. Even today when I was coming on the stage, I was introduced in what way? All India rank. something goes in my heart. I feel I've done something. Today when I'm going to some social gathering, people introduce me that he is a rank holder. So that feeling, that gives me a kick. So it is such a big thing, even if you have to go to a jail for 2-3 years, trust me, just given little bit of food, it's worth it. Right now you keep cribbing for small things. I am not able to have fun, I am not able to do this and that which my friends are doing, I have to study whole day. Trust me, you are fool if you are cribbing for small things. See, one day when you see the real life, you will realize one thing, that even if you are put it in a jail for 4-5 years also, it's worth it, because what you are going to get is more than that. Trust me. So dream for a rank. Tell me, do you want a rank in your life or not? Tell me yes or no. Please, I need your encouragement. Come on. So you want rank, everyone needs rank. So see, this is your desire. But desire changes nothing. Decision changes something. Determination changes everything. So just by desiring, just by getting motivated when someone is saying, even I want a rank, that will not give you anything, because desire changes nothing. Desire everyone has got, but that changes nothing. What changes everything? Your determination. And determination means what? You should be so desperate that I want this at any cost. Even if you have to fail once, twice, many times, even if any obstacle comes in your life, you should be so determined that I want rank at any cost. You should be so, success is not difficult. It is possible only if you badly want it. That badly, wanting something badly is called determination. See a child, how desperate he becomes for certain things. He becomes so stubborn until he gets that thing. He will not leave that thing. He will be totally behind that. So that kind of attitude you require. And don't get affected by small failures. Because nowadays I see once or twice, if you don't get the success, you get demotivated. But that's wrong. Have you imagined an infant walking? When an infant, he learns to walk. He keeps crawling. He tries to stand up and walk. He is not able to, he falls down. He does that multiple times. But that failure doesn't come to his head, because he doesn't know what is failure. But we people are so educated, we know failure is something bad. So once or twice we fail, we feel our life has become hell. But imagine a child who learns to walk, from crawling to walking, that whole journey, so many times he fails, but he is never disappointed. He never takes it to his heart. Once he is enjoying the procedure, because he knows it will take time, and automatically one day he will start walking, he will not even realize. But our problem is we start getting demotivated. Okay, so the message is you should never give up. Okay, so see, up till now the main messages which I gave was you should be proactive, go for both routes, aim for a rank. Okay, and don't wait for perfect situation, make the situation perfect. Okay, now see, all this speeches, motivational videos on YouTube, Instagram, it all actually excites you. But then how to achieve this thing? So see, coming to the main point, if you want that your CA should be cleared with less problems and you get a rank, there are certain things you should blindly follow. First, most important thing is what? Make a study plan. And what is an ideal study plan? A plan where you have to finish everything before 3-4 months of your exam. If you are pursuing CA Inter, before 3 months in advance, you should have done everything once thoroughly. And if you are in CA Final, 4 months in advance, one time you should have done everything thoroughly. Okay, and after that, in the last 3-4 months, 3 months I am saying for CA Inter, 4 months I am saying for CA Final, in that period you have to do all the subjects 3 more times. This way you have to do all subjects 4 times. See, first time is along with the classes, along with the video lectures, whatever is the source of your education, that is first time. Okay, and after that, during your leave period, in the last 3-4 months time, you have to do all subjects minimum 3 times. You know why? Because see, First time you don't count before your leave starts, because that time you are actually understanding the subjects. And then after that, in the last 3-4 months period, why I'm saying 3 times, because first time how much ever best you study, second time when you take up the subject, you will feel totally new. You will feel blank. You will feel as if you never studied it. So it happens, it's a very natural thing, don't get affected by that. Then when you see the subject for the third time, this is last 3 times I am saying, that time you will get the feeling of revision, okay? But most of the students, what mistake they do? I have seen students' life very close to me. What is their mistake? They study all these subject once, after that second time that is the revision, and then they go for exam. And then they blame the courses tough, institute is not giving the results, and they blame everyone except themselves. It is our mistake. See, this course requires a particular energy. Unless you put in that energy, how do you expect the result? You have to put that energy. And minimum 3 times you have to do, and this 3 times is after you have studied once, before that 3-4 months in advance period, okay? So that is the thing you have to do. And see, so in all I can say, if I count total 4 times you have to do. First time along with the classes, etc., whatever you have done for your source of study, and then 3 times. Now in that also, first time when you are learning, like if you joined some coaching class or taken some video lecture, make sure along with that you learn properly. That first time should not be just, right now I'm just understanding, main study will start later, main studies will start later, not like that. First time only you make it thorough. And see, in first time, don't try to cover every minute detail. Because I have seen some students are so conscious that I want rank, I don't want to take any risk, I will touch everything. But that is also wrong. See, perfection is good, but completion is better than perfection. Completion is better than perfection. So in the, while pursuing the perfection, don't keep your subjects incomplete. Because what will happen, if you try to do every small minute things in your first study, this way your subjects will never get over. So that way, what you should do, when you are studying this subject for the first time, whether it is audit, law, anything, you have to do it, the most important things you have to do. Whatever you do it nicely. But don't try to cover every small and minute point. Certain things, if you leave, it's okay. That you can take care when you are doing the subject for the second time. But in the first time, try to complete the subject substantially so that you should get the feeling of completion. Okay. Now, if you really want to achieve this target of finishing one subject, all the subject once, 3-4 months in advance, then doing 3 times, if you really want to achieve, what you require? You require utmost discipline. Especially people who are doing articleship, they will keep procrastinating. They will keep fooling themselves. No, I will study tomorrow, I'll study tomorrow. That tomorrow never comes. And they wait for weekends, they wait for some holidays. That perfect, again the same dialogue, don't wait for perfect situation, make the situation perfect. Every day you have to religiously study. Even if you are completely exhausted after the day-long work, at home when you come, you have to press a reset button over here. You have to restart yourself. You know what you have to tell yourself? What I did throughout the day in my articleship, every student does. But everyone do not pass. If I want to pass, I need to do something extra. Only if you do something extra, you will deserve to pass. Just by passing the whole day, by doing the work allotted to you by your boss in articleship, you are not doing a great job, dear students. That everyone is doing, but everyone is not able to clear. That you also know very well. So after coming to home, literally, when you sleep, you ask yourself one question. Have you done anything extra? The answer is no. Then how do you expect that result should come in your favor? You have to religiously study every day. You require utmost discipline. Now see, what is the problem in discipline, Discipline is painful. Like see, for example, I am a student, whole day I did articleship. After reaching home in evening, my friends are making plan for movies. So obviously I will get carried away, or my family is planning to go out somewhere. But that time also I will get carried away. But at this moment you have to remind yourself, no, I don't want to get carried away in my this friends, movie plans, etc. I will study at home. And you will feel that studying 1 or 2 hours is giving you nothing. You would have been better off watching a movie. But that is a short-term approach. That time, you know what you should remind? The pain of discipline is less than the pain of regret. The regret which you get later on, it's killing. So it's better to take the pain of discipline. You know, this is the formula through which I am living my whole life. Trust me, see, right now it seems like a dialogue. Once you implement in your life, you will come to know the importance of this. Which dialogue? The pain of discipline is less than the pain of regret. Most of the people, if you see, they have lot of regrets in their life. Wish I could have done this, wish I could have done that. And you know that regret is so horrible. So it's better to take the pain of discipline. And if you say, I don't want pain only, see, without pain, how do you expect to gain something? Nothing is free. You will have to accept. And see, anything you want to achieve, whether you want to become a big film star, or you want to become some big short person, anything you want to achieve, everywhere discipline is important. So whenever you have to do discipline, you should love it. And you know, discipline, you know what is a good thing about discipline? Bad thing everyone knows. You have to follow strict regime, you have to sacrifice this, that, everything. Bad thing everyone knows. But what is the good thing about discipline? Discipline does not demand perfection. It demands consistency. It demands consistency. Keep doing something daily, every day. Not even a single day you should miss. Even if you're completely exhausted, tired, you're sick, you're in a hospital, take your book. Even if it's just for 15 minutes, but do it. That's what discipline is demanding. It is not demanding perfection. See, if someone is expecting some perfection, some expertise from you, then you can say it's not my cup of tea. But discipline, it simply expects what you have to do means do. So make a daily routine. See, first you make a plan, study plan as I said, and after making the plan, you know, one day at a time. Every day you make a routine that come what may, I will study at any cost. That is important. If trust me, if you consistently keep on doing the thing, one day everything will fall in place. In the process, you will feel messy. Process means when the journey of CA is going on, you will find everything is mess. You know, everything is so hazy, it is so foggy, but you keep moving one by one, everything will be clear one day. Okay, see, when you're planning something, that time you should think of all the subjects. Audit, direct tax, indirect tax, accounts, FR, whatever, all subjects, okay. But once the plan is done, when you're executing, don't think of all subjects, one thing at a time. So in your plan, you have started audit, focus on audit. See, when the goals are determined, when the goals are defined, you have to see the whole large picture, the whole big mountain which you have to climb. But once you start climbing, one step at a time, this is the way you have to go. But problem is what, you know, people when they are planning, at that time they have everything, the whole mountain they have to conquer, it is there in the mind. And every time they are climbing, they are thinking, I have to climb the whole big mountain. In that tension, you know, they are not able to do anything. See, that tension is very natural. See, it's like if I have to climb a building. See, in Mumbai, there are big buildings, 20 floors, 25 floors. So if I to climb 20 floors, what should be my mentality, you know? One floor at a time. If I climb one floor, that's it. Don't count them. I have just climbed one floor, 19 floors are remaining, 18 floors are remaining, 17 floors are remaining. If you count what is remaining, you will go mad. This is what happens in CA. Like when you just started with audit, so you are studying audit, at that time at the back of the mind, suddenly what will come? Indirect tax, how will I do? My friend is doing law, he is almost done, how will I manage that? See, you mind your own business. You do what you are doing. And see, once you make a proper plan, and the trusted plan is what, you know, every subject you have to do 4 times. Once, and then after that 3 revisions you have to do. So once you made the authentic plan, then you just walk on your plan. Don't compare your journey with your friend's journey. Many students have this problem. Sir, my friend has done so many things. They are going where and my journey has not started only. Don't compare. Everyone has got their own destiny. You mind your own business. Even if two twin brothers are there, their destiny is different. Okay. So what you are comparing with your friends, you see your own journey. Okay. And then you will have to sacrifice so many things. Many times you will feel that everyone is having fun, this and that. You have to sacrifice. At that time, you should remember today's sacrifice is tomorrow's satisfaction. See, only when you learn this thing, you know that you have to sacrifice, you have to follow disciplined approach, consistency. Trust me, this is not a big thing. CA is not that tough. As tough you can imagine IIT, JEE, going for NEET, etc. You know, there you require actual intelligence. But for CA, what you require is a proper, genuine hard work. If you're a genuine hard worker, if you're a consistent player, you can conquer this journey. But problem is what, you want overnight result. So that's not the case. It's not possible. And sometimes what you will feel, that your studies are going very slow. Means you are studying for the whole day, hardly you could do 5-10 pages. That will also happen. But that time what you will remind yourself, discipline is not expecting perfection from me, it is expecting consistency. You did na, so be happy with that. See, always remember one dialogue. If you cannot fly, you run. You cannot run, you walk. You cannot walk, you crawl. But don't stop. The moment you stop, everything is gone. You should not stop it. Keep moving. At least this much you can do. See, few days back, one of my students, she called me. What she was saying? Sir, my attempt is due in September. I'm so scared. I'm sitting with the book. I'm not studying properly. Nothing is happening. No efficiency. Nothing is coming. No output. You know what I told her? You just sit with the book. Many times just because the studies are not happening, you leave the book and start doing something else. That's the biggest mistake. See, if studies are not happening, sit with the book. First comes physical concentration. Then comes mental concentration. Don't expect suddenly you will become a hero. Suddenly your mental concentration will come. Initially you have to physically concentrate. See, lots of thoughts might be coming to your mind. Suddenly you get diverted. Your efficiency is not coming. That is not in your control. But what is in your control? You can sit with the book. So I told that student of mine, you just sit with the book for the whole day. Don't care about the output. Just measure your input. Don't worry about the output. See, these are simple hacks. If you work on it, trust me, everything will fall in place one day. But it is just, we want instant result. Today I studied, I want some satisfaction today only. Today I should feel I have done some great thing. That's not possible. Today, even if you studied whole day, you are sitting with the book, suddenly some thoughts are coming, you're thinking about friend, this, suddenly you study, you think, it happens. It's very natural. Even if you study hardly 8 to 10 pages, be satisfied you are with the book. So that is required, that sit with the book. Slowly, efficiency will come. There is a learning curve. Have you heard about learning curve? In learning curve, what happens? Initially, some things will take a lot of time. But you keep doing that thing repeatedly, one day your efficiency will come. Okay? And don't count proportionately. Within these days, I could do this much only. How will I manage the whole syllabus in this much time? You do proportionate cross multiplication working. That I did this much in these many days, so how will I manage everything? See, life is not constant. It changes. Initially you are slow. Slowly your efficiency will pick up. And down the line, you just trust the process. Don't keep thinking about the result. What is told in Gita? Do your karma. Do your action. See, what I believe, like when I talk to even I feel depressed many times. So how do I convince myself what job God has given to me? You are a teacher. You teach your student. You help your student. You guide them. Just do your action. Don't try to relate your action with the outcome. If you expect your outcome which is not in your hands, you will always feel frustrated. That's why, you should learn to detach your actions with the outcome. The moment you over-attach your actions with the outcome, anxiety comes. Why anxiety comes, tell me? Anxiety is a result of what? When you get so much attached with the outcome. So that's why there is anxiety. But if you detach your actions with the outcome, then your actions will be so smooth. It will be so consistent. That's why, believe in one thing. I know it will sound little bit spiritual and religious, but that's a fact of the life. You just do your action. Like if your attempt is due in September or Jan, just study. See, obviously being a human being, little bit, that anxiety will come. Little bit anxiety is good. Little bit fear is also good. But when it becomes too much, then it becomes a challenge. Okay. So little bit consciousness you should have. But don't be so much over attached with the outcome that I want this only. See, worst case, what will happen? Your result will be negative. Your life is not over. After May, September will come. After September, Jan will come. Take a larger picture. Sometimes, your view is so narrow, you think your life has gone. Take a bird's eye view. At the most, what will happen? You will not clear. Next attempt, you will clear. See, you should be worried when you didn't genuinely work hard. If you worked hard genuinely, if the result doesn't come in your favor, that should not bother you. What should bother you? I am not honestly studying. I am doing time pass. I am not genuinely studying. What is required I am not putting. Then you should be worried. Okay. And if you are confident that whatever I am doing the best, trust me, you do the best and God will do the rest. You have to leave it on the God. You do your best. Whenever I feel frustrated, I think the same thing. What I can do. Let me do what I can do. So if I am able to do my best, God will manage everything. He has given us birth. He will take care of our life. Our duty is to do our actions in the best manner. Okay. And one thing I wanted to say, many times, in spite of putting the effort, students say I am not able to clear. Sometimes your efforts are in wrong direction. See, one small thing, when you are studying theory subjects, don't just read and understand. By heart. See, I am not saying rote learning, without understanding you just mug up. That's not the thing which I am saying. But after you understand the concept, without looking at the book, you should be able to answer. By hearting is must. Nowadays, people don't do that. They just read and go, read and go, read and go. That's the one mistake which you should avoid. So in theory subjects, learn the answers literally when you were kids, how you were used to study, same way you have to do. So by heart the answer. See, many students say, but such a big study material. Sir, how can we remember so many things? See, our brain does not have 1 GB card or 2 GB card. It has got unlimited memory card. It is just, we are not able to recall. But everything you can store, even if it is say 10 subjects, 15 subjects, you can store everything. But yes, I understand it is difficult to recall. But the recall ability comes by repetition. You have to repeat. But if you put a barrier like this, that so many things I cannot by heart, you can remember anything, trust me. So remove that barrier because our brain does not have a 5 to 6 GB card. It has got unlimited GB. So in theory, you should learn. And in practical subjects, you should understand the concept and the logic of everything. Like see, when I teach income tax to my students, I teach the logic of everything. Like some provision has come, section 35 AD or any section which has come in the law, I explain the logic. And even if some new provision has been enacted in the law, I do such a deep R&D unless I am convinced with the logic. Because see, there is logic behind the law. Many students think law you have to judge by heart. It's wrong. The lawmaker is also a human being. Nirmala Sitharaman, when she plans any law, she has something in her mind. So we should know the mentality, the logic. See, this is in tax I am talking about. Even accounts, costing, if some steps are done, you have to add this or plus this, you have to debit this or credit this. But why? Understand the concept. Conceptual understanding is very important in practical subjects. And in theory, after understanding, you should by heart. See, this way I got so many things to speak. And one more thing, thereafter I will wind up. Many students complain, sir, I want to study but I don't get time. How should I find the time? So see, time will always be a crisis. You will never find ample time. But I believe in one thing, if you don't find time in day, you should steal it from night. If you don't find time in day, you should steal it from night. And now you will say, but at night, sir, we need to sleep. Sleep is also important. You know, many times when I give a speech, some motivation kind of, many students say, sir, we have heard 7 to 8 hours sleep is required. I also know, I am not mad. You require 7, 8 hours sleep, but that is in routine life. But are you living a routine life right now? Or you are on a mission? Say, are you leading a routine life right now or you are on a mission? You are on a mission. And when you are on a mission, you have to work like machine. You have to forget these rules. 8 hours sleep, 7 hours sleep. All that is okay in the normal life. But right now when you are on mission, you have to work, limitless. When I was student, many times I used to sleep for 4-5 hours only. My health is normal. See, if I continue that system for my whole life, then I will be gone. Then I will not even be sane. My health will be ruined. But when you are on a mission for a limited period, if you sacrifice your sleep, food, nutrition, it's okay. You have to manage your health. You should know how to manage your body. And trust me, the day when you are ready to keep the studies above food and sleep, that's the day when success will touch your feet. That is important. And I did that. My personal hack of doing the CA is what I kept my studies above sleep and food. That's the reason why success came to me. This I didn't realize those days. Now I realize when I compare with my students, I realize people are not ready to sacrifice. Sleep is important, food is important. Nothing will happen. No need to chase sleep and food. These things will automatically happen. No one will remain hungry for more than 5 to 10 days. Automatically you will start eating something. So sleep, food, why you have to chase? Doesn't it happen automatically? It gets happen automatically. But does study happen automatically? No. You have to chase it. So given a chance, you chase studies. These things will be automatically taken care of because they are natural things without which we cannot live. But your mentality should be what? Studies is my first priority. Because if you make it your first priority, it will become yours forever, trust me. Lastly, every day you should pray books. This I religiously follow. Since the time I got my CA final rank, since that time till now, every day I pray the books. Trust me, it will make miracle. Nowadays people might be calling it as manifestation. They have got different terms used. I don't know about this manifestation, etc. But I believe in one thing. If you really want to attract the CA degree to you, the rank, you have to religiously pray. After the day-long study, at the end, just pray book. Just pray religiously. I swear it will make wonders. It has made wonders in my life. Okay, that thing is must. Please do that. I request you. See, whether you follow this God, that God, I am not talking about some God. I am talking about you should worship your books. Every day, trust me, you do that. And you know what should be the method of praying? Your prayer should always be in 3 steps. Sorry, thank you, and please. You have to start with sorry first. Because see, when we go to God, we expect something. That is, God, I am having this problem. See, all our sufferings, why are we having sufferings? Why? Tell me, why do we have all the sufferings? Because of our past karma. So, tell me, can you undo your karma? Karma means you have already done it. You cannot change it. But what you can do? You can say sorry for that. So, when you go and take the shelter of God, the step 1 is you have to say sorry. Okay? You might have seen different people doing different way, but your expression, your feeling should be of sorry. And then next should be thank you. Thank you is to express your gratitude. Expressing the gratitude is important because see, if you don't feel thankful for something, God will not give you anything. Like see, if I do so many things for you, you don't value only. So next time I will think twice whether I should give him or not. So expressing your gratitude is important. See, being grateful is very difficult because what we have, we take it for granted. But these are conscious efforts. You have to consciously think, yes, I have this thing also. I have this thing, I have a good health, I have 2 hands, I have legs, I can walk, I can do anything. So you have to remind yourself about the things which you have. Count your blessings. You might have heard that. So first say sorry, and then say thank you, and then at the end you can say please give me result in my first attempt, give me rank. Then you can say please. So these 3 steps you should religiously follow. Okay. If any more questions you have, in fact, you didn't have any question till now. If any question you have, you can ask me. Right now also I can answer you live if the time permits, or if the time doesn't permit, I'll wind up my session here, because see, if you keep me on the stage for the whole day, I'll keep talking, because more than half of my life has gone in this. I was born in 1975, and since 1997 I am doing this thing only. Imagine the date today. I am doing only one thing, totally focused on one profession, chartered accountancy. Okay. So you can ask me anything if you want.
First we'll take one subject complete, then take next subject.
See, his concern is, how to plan the sequence of the subjects. Always you should take the toughest subject first. Like in my time, we had a subject called SADP, System Analysis Data Processing. That subject doesn't exist anymore. That was some IT related subject. We used to find it very difficult, because in my time there were no computers easily accessible, mobile was not there only. So that was the tension worthy subject, and costing it was my tough subject when I was a student. So I used to take that first, because there is one book also on this, Eat the Frog. Means you have to take the toughest thing first, because if you can conquer that, other things will easily happen. But nowadays students do vice versa. They take only the simple thing they do first. Whatever is simple I will do, so that I will get confidence. But that is creating a wrong confidence. What is the use? After some day you will start getting attention. So take the toughest subject first. And in a day you should take 2 subjects. One theory, one practical. Many students, what they do simultaneously 4 or 5 subjects. But that is wrong. One theory, one practical, 2 subjects, and start with the toughest one first. Okay.
So that marks the end of the session. So that was indeed an amazing session, right? Folks, are you motivated? Yes? I can't hear you. Yes.
Thank you so much for your patient listening. Thank you Trivandrum for inviting me. Love you all, and best wishes to everyone.
Yes.
Do the best and God will do the rest.
Thank you, sir.